So I just thought maybe we could take a few minutes and talk about some lessons that you've learned this year. Things. I mean, we've had the business for how long now?
About 18 months.
About 18 months, and you have been in the industry for how long?
I've been in the industry since I got out of college, right around.
It's been a long time ago.
1991. Of course, I worked for my father before that in the HVAC industry. I worked for a contractor during high school and college, so I've been in the business almost all my life.
Right. And you're in a lot of people's homes, and you're in a lot of people's houses, and you are the person for our company who gives the estimates. When people call, they're getting you. That's who comes out.
They get me, that's right.
So what are some things when people, I mean, you give a lot of different prices to people, so when people are thinking about hiring an HVAC company, whether it's our company or another company, whatever company they choose to hire, and have come in to do that work, what are some things that you think they should consider?
Well, I think it's funny because most people have a number in their head, and a lot of people will press you. Before you leave, give me an idea what this is going to cost. And I think everybody's looking for just a gut check. But, and I think the price is important, but, you definitely need to be considering who you're going to have into your home. What's their reputation, quality of the people, quality of their work. I don't know that many people check references because I don't get that very often. But, Google reviews and Yelp reviews and things like that are ways to check people. A lot of people are, asking their friends on Facebook or, when they're out walking down the street, hey, who'd you have dig up your yard and put in a new sewer line, or who put in your new furnace? But, I think the quality of the person and their ability to back it up when something goes wrong, because, it's mechanical equipment. Something will go wrong, quite possibly. I don't want to wish bad luck on anybody, but you need to know that somebody's going to be there when you need them.
Well, and also you've told me before, and I mean, this is, I don't deal with the day-to-day like you do, but you told me one time that it's the first or second biggest expense that people are going to have in terms of home repairs.
Well, they say it's the third largest expense you'll have.
Largest.
House, car, and replacing your HVAC system.
Yeah, it's a big deal. And one of the other things that I was just thinking about, like sometimes, and just this is my opinion, you can tell me if I'm wrong about this, I don't know what I'm talking about sometimes, but if you think about people, they want the best price, which generally means the cheapest price. And sometimes that makes me nervous because, whoever you're picking, if you get the cheapest, sometimes that's what you get. You don't get a good brand, or you don't get good quality work, or you don't get people who have experience. And I was wondering, like, how many, like, our techs, what's the average range of experience that they have working in the industry?
Our techs range from probably the lowest is 5 years, and of course he's in his 50s, so he's been around
a long time,
mechanical equipment a long time, to probably 30 plus years of experience. Right. So those guys have a lot of experience,
and we pay them for that experience because we want to keep good techs. And I'm not saying that but that is a question I would ask. How experienced are your people coming in? Because that's the work is, you can have the best unit in the world, but if it's not installed properly, it's not going to be very good.
Yeah, I mean that's the advice I give people is, they say what's the best brand, and I say, well, before you start talking about brand, you need to make sure it's installed properly.
Right.
If you take the best brand and install it poorly, it will be a bad system from day one.
Yeah.
You take, equipment that's second or third tier, maybe you haven't heard of the brand or whatever, and install it properly, it can probably give you years of service. That being said, I really think we promote and stand behind the best brands in the industry, and I think that's important. Whether it's parts availability, the support we get from the factory.
But sometimes that's not always possible for somebody. They might not be able to afford a unit, and we offer other brands.
I offer some brands.
And
sometimes people say, oh, I've never heard of that, and I say, well, it's a well-respected brand. Again, it goes back to, we get good support from the distributor and the supplier, and we can stand behind that. Mm-hmm. But not everybody wants to buy the best brand out there, and I get that.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
there is reasons why we associate ourselves with those brands too.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, looks like is dinner about ready? Yes.
Probably getting real close.
All right. Thanks.